mentee or your what is it called? Your protege? Who is is he in the office with you today?
Yeah, he is.
Cool, bro. Cool, man. How's he liking everything, man?
He's loving it. We did like a feedback session yesterday. Said, how was week one? What's going well? What do you want more of? He's having a blast. He's really, really enjoying it. And today we were mapping out like, man, we're halfway. He's like, man, I'm really going to miss this place. Really enjoying being here. So he's getting a real good kick out of the whole thing.
How old is he?
He's 16.
All right. So for the people that don't know, tell us a little bit about what you're doing with Homie for the people that don't know.
Yeah, somebody posted in Slack about a month ago that there was a high school in East Oakland that was looking to match up mentors with mentees. And so I raised my hand and said, this is something that I wanted to be a part of. It is kind of a small burden for me. I'm not in the office a whole lot. I mostly work from home. So driving to Oakland every day is kind of a small sacrifice, but this is something that I want to do. And so here we are every day, Monday through Thursday, 9 to 4. And I have him running through. So he's going to complete Mighty Networks by Tuesday. So he'll be a pretty fully onboarded agent by the time he's out of here, which is really cool. So it's been a really good experience.
Dude, I love this. And I love that he's doing this at 16 years old. So as we start the meeting, you guys will start a regular meeting, but I'm curious to ask, since Ernesto's doing this, and is it called a mentorship program? What's it called?
Yeah, it's mentee mentorship program.
A mentorship program. So I'm curious to know, like, what were you guys doing at 16 years old? And I'll tell you this, 12 days before my 17th birthday, I was 16 years old, I literally hitchhiked from Big Bear, California to St. George, Utah. From St. George, Utah, I spent 4 days there. From there, I hitchhiked to Vegas, spent 4 days there, panhandled, asked for money, whatever that is. I think it's panhandling, $225, and then got a ride from there back to California. From Palm Springs, I hitchhiked to Big Bear, from Big Bear to San Diego when I was 16. So vastly different than where we are in the world. So dude, super cool that you're doing that for him. So let's officially get started, you guys. For the people that have never been to a TEAMFAST meeting, welcome. We'd like to always introduce any of our guests. Do we have any of the guests on the line today? Kenny, anybody that you know or anybody that has a guest or a friend here that we would like to introduce? Going once, going twice. Awesome. Well, let's go ahead and move on. If you guys do have any shout outs, any people that you wanted to just put on spotlight for their contribution, for helping you out, please put that down in the chat below so we could share that. But we are going to do things a little bit different today. We have a very, very special announcement. We've been talking about this for weeks now, but we are finally going to be live. We're finally going to have a launch. We finally have a launch date. So for our quick teaching moment of the morning, I'm actually going to turn it over to the head of education and mentorship, Cynthia Peterson, and the head of new agent development, Eric Kang, for a giant announcement. So Cynthia, let me turn the mic over to you. Go ahead and pop this off because I know we've been waiting for this announcement. So turn it over to you.
Yes, it has finally arrived, our prospecting boot camp. And we are so excited to bring this to you guys. The official start date is going to be the 9th of May, but the signups are going to be May the 3rd. So our next team meeting, you have to be present to enter to be a part of the prospecting boot camp. And our first time boot campers, the one that finished that first round, they are automatically able to be a part of it. So realistically, we only have about 30, maybe 35 spots left. So it's going to be hyper competitive to even get into the program. And we're going to be going over, how to work your sphere of influence to get leads, how to work the community involvement, social media, door knocking, farming, company generated leads, all those things that y'all have been asking help with. We are going to teach that here. So it's going to be on Mondays and Wednesdays. There are just a couple little prerequisites before I hand it over to Eric. You do have to have your Spark Hire interview with Eric already completed. That buyer consultation. If you don't know, if you have no idea what I'm talking about, hit up Eric on Slack. And then having your SISU set up. It's going to be measured. And on that note, I'm going to send it over to Eric.
Well, hold on really quick before we get to Eric. Cynthia, you said that people must be present at the meeting in order to attend or to sign up. There's going to be people that cannot attend that meeting for whatever reason. We don't want to limit it to them just being at the meeting, because there's only 91 people here. There's 300 people on the team. They might not hear this message today.
So if that's the case, then we'll also be posting it in Slack when folks sign up. So let's say Andrea signs up and that's spot number 49 now gone. 48 goes to Dana. And so we'll be announcing those on Slack. So if you're in a beach somewhere or you're with family, you can rest assured that we're going to be continually posting it on Slack. But you guys, it's going to go fast. I can imagine that by the time the meeting's done or even halfway done, all the spots are going to be filled up. So make sure you're paying close attention.
What's the magic number? What do we want to hit? How many attendees? How many people are going to be actual boot campers?
50 people. And we are expecting to see 50 graduate.
And then that's right. 50 start, 50 end. So good stuff. I love this. Let's turn it over to Eric to talk a little bit about some of the metrics and what to expect from this program.
Yeah, so I'm super duper pumped on this, because really when the pandemic started, I remember I was like, okay, it's sink or swim time, right? And what really kind of catapulted my business to the next level was prospecting, right? And it's really the integral part of our job. If you had to sum up our job as a realtor in one word or a phrase, it would be lead generation, right? So that's what we're going to be focusing on during the prospecting bootcamp. And really how this came into conception was John and I went to a SISU mastermind event in Utah, and we went and visited one of the brokerages that was really utilizing SISU on a high level, the highest level, I think, because the founder of SISU is like integrated with the team. And so they were using SISU as a way to track and measure the metrics of the team. And it was incredible, you guys. I went to their team meeting, and on the drop of a dime, he would call somebody out. That person, that agent would know exactly how many conversations they had. They knew exactly how many calls they made, how many appointments they set, how many appointments they met. And it was really, really impressive. And it kind of a light bulb went off in our heads to why don't we do this with our team, right? And we always hear this, right? You can't track what you don't measure, right? All right, how's it go, Elias? Is it you can't measure what you track? But anyway,
you can't measure what you don't track.
What you can't measure, what you don't track, right? So we're going to be using SISU as a huge element to this bootcamp prospecting bootcamp to measure exactly how many conversations it's taking to set an appointment, how many appointments it takes to set to meet, and then from that, how many deals come out of that, right? So there's leading and lagging indicators, right? And being in how many escrows you have is a lagging indicator, because we want to be focusing on the leading indicators, like how many conversations it takes to set an appointment, so on and so forth. So anyways, we're going to be utilizing that heavily, and it's going to transform your business, guys. This is something that's not going to be easy. So we're actually discouraging people that aren't going to be fully committed to sit this one out, because we want people that are fully committed and only fully committed to be a part of it. In fact, if you don't track, and we're going to give you one chance. If you don't track for a week, then we're going to actually take you off because we just want people that's fully committed. And we really, Elias always talks about, hey, we want to see the needle move. And through this program, we're going to see the needle move big time, right? And so it's going to really level you guys up as far as your prospecting, your phone skills. We're going to be diving into things like minute things like the morning routines. We're going to be, stepping up, we're going to be heavy into, education and reading, and we're going to implement all that cumulatively into this boot camp. So again, it's not for the meek. It's not going to be easy, but it's going to be awesome. And we're really going to see some big growth on the team. So looking super forward to it. We're going to open up, sign up on May 3rd on SISU. So keep an eye out for that. Seats are going to fly off. I mean, I've already had people been asking me this for the last 2 weeks or 3 weeks since we've mentioned it. So it's going to go fast. So I want you guys to be hyper aware of it. And this isn't just for new agents either, guys. This is for people for everybody on the team that really wants to step it up. However, it is going to be available first to those that graduated our last boot camp. But after that, everyone can be involved. And guys, this is just the beginning. If this, I was going to say, if this succeeds, which it's going to, we're going to make this a part of our team, part of our team culture, so that everyone's tracking, because everyone should know exactly where they stand as far as their business goes. And this is going to help with that. So super pumped. It's going to be super freaking awesome. I didn't cuss once during that whole thing, by the way, guys.
Awesome. I have a quick question for you. For the people that don't know, what are the high-arching goals of the program? Like, walk us through some of the metrics. What are we shooting for? What are the high-arching metrics?
Yeah, so there's only 4 metrics that really matter. How many conversations you had, how many appointments you set, how many appointments you meet, and how many you actually convert, right? And that's pretty much it. And we're fine-tuning the actual details of it, but that's pretty much going to be it. And so we're going to be pushing you guys to have at least 10 conversations every day, 5 days a week, right? So Monday through Friday, at least 10 conversations. And that's actual conversations and not calls, right? So however many calls it takes to get to those 10 conversations. To give you some insight on that, I've been coaching with a few agents on our team, and I've been pushing some of these agents to make 200 to 250 calls a week, right? 50 calls a day, right? And that yields like maybe 5 conversations a day, maybe, right? So having said that, to get to 10 conversations a day, it might require 100 calls a day, right? And I can see some of people's eyes glaze over right now because that's a lot of calls, right? So again, this isn't going to be easy, but we're going to find a way to strengthen ourselves and sharpen our swords so that we could truly push that envelope, right? And it's going to make you, like, no jokes aside, guys, this is going to make you a lean, mean escrow producing machine. And that's really the whole point of this, right? We want to see agents maybe that aren't super productive right now to get into production, not only get into production, but super thrive off of that, right? Because once you get that momentum, we've seen it time and time again on the team. Once someone starts transacting, that opens up the transaction wheel and it's going to start spinning. It's going to start spinning fast. And I can guarantee you by doing this, by making 100 calls a day, it's going to really catapult your business to that next level. So it's a 3-month commitment. It's not going to be easy. And I've said that like 17 times because I want to reiterate that this is going to be a challenge. But I think this is a challenge that we can all face together. And Elias, I, and Cynthia, we're going to really be holding you guys accountable on a high level, right? And, we're going to see, as Elias always says, pressure creates diamonds, right? We're going to see some diamonds fall out of the sky for this one. So super pumped. If you guys have any questions, in fact, you guys, so all the newer agents that have gone through the Spark Hire buyer consultation interview has had a one-on-one with me. If you haven't yet, please sign up. I'll drop my calendar link in the chat. If you guys have done that as a precursor to the boot camp, I'm thinking next week, I want to meet with a lot of you guys at the office and just have a conversation. We've done the buyer consultation. Now what are some things that we can start looking forward to get to that next level? And so that's something that I want to bring to the table as kind of a precursor to boot camp, so it gets your wheels spinning. And then we can go from there. So keep on the lookout for that. Also, this Thursday, we're having a role play practice at the at the headquarters, 215 Washington, at 10 to 11:30. So come through, let's sharpen up our skills. Again, this is to get the momentum going, to get you guys pumped up for the boot camp. So hit me up if you guys have any questions. We're here for you. Oh yeah.
Awesome. You guys, we're pumped about this. Well said, Eric and Cynthia. We're super excited. And then we're excited to see what this gives birth to moving forward for future sessions. So totally stoked on this, you guys. More information to come. We'll have an exclusive sign-up channel. We'll have an exclusive Slack channel, and we'll make sure that we are kicking this program off correctly. So let me get into my slides really quick. Let's do this. Let's just go into our slides. Let's do present. And I'm actually going to turn the mic back over to Cynthia. We are going to go through productivity and new escrows. Cynthia, I'll control the dials, but let's get right into SISU stats. So let me turn the mic back over to you.
Sounds great. Sounds great, Kim. Kim, I always see you because you are always working away, girl. She's got #1 for hours working in her business, followed up really close behind by George, Lisa, Sam, and Miss Sandy Cruz working in their business hard this week. Up next, we've got the conversations leaderboard. Will, I continue to see these numbers on your Slack or your SISU as well. Keep getting after it, man. 75 conversations last week. Lamont coming in and Michael coming in with 36. And then Demian not close behind with 34, as well as Patrick at 33. Those are some great conversation numbers, you guys. Up next, appointments attended. Will, with all those conversations, I'm not surprised that you had 19 appointments attended. Congratulations, man. Up next, we've got Amanda and Kevin at 5. Kim again at 4 appointments met this week, and Sam with 2. Nice job, guys. That's amazing. All righty, hours working on your business. This is when we're out working on the business, working with clients. Kim, you're on there again, 35 hours. Dang, girl, you worked a lot this week. 35 hours working on her business. Lisa coming in with 30. We'll see you again here with 28 hours working on your business. Sam and Miss Carla as well on the leaderboard. Nice job, you guys, working on your business.
You know what? We're going to go to community contributions, and then Cynthia, I'm actually going to come back to you for escrows as well, if you wouldn't mind. So let's do community contributions, you guys. What's going on out there? What are you involved in? What are some things that you want to talk to the team about, whether it's food drives, whether it's giving back, whether it's mentorships? What's going on in your community that you'd like to share in this environment? Anything going on now that it is sunny, things are changing around us? Anything? Going once, going twice?
I got one.
Yo, go ahead, Jim.
I'm going to a community, if you guys can see it, military community career fair on Thursday on Travis Air Force Base.
Love it, love it. What time?
The time is between 10 and 2 Thursday.
Awesome, awesome. Looking forward to it. Anybody else have anything that they want to drop? All right, cool. Let's continue cruising on. We'll get back into escrows. We've got quite a few escrows. So Cynthia, let's do the individuals and I'll do the company stats and then the story of the week. Let's go right over to you. Back to you, Cynthia.
My name's Barrett. Look at all these names.
Hold on really quick. Jen or Kaleem or somebody, I heard if you could just mute yourself. Thank you. All right, go back to you, Cynthia.
Yeah. And I'm not even going to try to do last names, y'all. I've a hard enough time with first names because there's so many new faces on these new escrow boards. So new escrows under 550. We've got Jordan, Kevin Magna, and Jane. We keep seeing you two on the screen together. Absolutely love this partnership. Nick, Mr. Momentum on here. Michael Swanson, love seeing your face up there. And then Kevin Bowie is mentoring Danielle, and they've gotten an escrow together. Congrats, you guys. Miss Lisa also coming in to this week. And then V and Kaylee, love seeing you beautiful ladies working together. And then Cyrus and Sandy, which are both Eric's mentees. So nice job, y'all. Moving right along.
And before we cruise on, let's have somebody from each category talk about their deals and talk about the strategy that it took in order to get their clients into comp.
Sounds great. Yeah, Cyrus, I saw your face on here earlier. So if you want to open it up, let's hear about you and Sandy's contract.
Yeah, for sure. Can you mute that?
It's okay. We'll hang on. We'll hang tight.
Wait, sorry. I'm in the same room as Eric, so it was echoing super bad.
You're good.
You're good now.
Yeah, so me and Sandy met this client a few months ago at an open house at Christie Avenue we were hosting. And he was highly motivated only to purchase in Pacific Park Plaza. So me and Sandy stayed on him. Any new listing that came through the building, we sent it to him immediately, and we toured a few condos with him. He was like kind of on the fence for a little bit, but what really brought him to the table was we got him set up with a program at First Republic where he's able to get $4K in closing credit and get a pretty competitive, really low rate right now. So we brought that to the table and he felt comfortable making an offer. And then me and Sandy just were super on top of it, stayed in touch with the listing agent, communicated to him constantly. So, and he told us we won, what's the word? Sorry. There was 2 other cash offers on the table and we won. He said he liked our offer because it was clean and we were on top of it. So yeah.
I love it. I love it. And I want to ask you, I mean, you and Sandy are homies outside of work as well, right? You guys are friends. So like, tell us a little bit about that partnership and how working in tandem really kind of helped you elevate the experience for your consumer.
Well, yeah, we just kind of tag teamed it and just stayed on top of it. If I wasn't available, Sandy would be available. So it just really worked out. And Sandy's really on top of communication, which is key. And yeah, she's a great partner to work with.
Love that. Love that. Awesome. Let me pull up the screen again and I'll turn it back over to you, Cynthia, for the next category.
Sounds good. Awesome. So in this category, we've got 550 to 770. Lynn, congratulations. Love this sweet home Bay Area. That's super cute. We've got Albert, who I saw on the screen. Albert, if you are available, I'm going to call on you to lead us off on your little story about this transaction. Jade with her first fast transaction. That's amazing, girlfriend. Way to go, Jade. Miss Roxanne Adams, congratulations. That's awesome. And then we've got Jen and Michael also in a partner transaction. Nice job, you guys. Albert, since I saw your face on here, let's go ahead and hear from you and a little nugget about this transaction.
Hello, everybody. Yeah, this is from my SOI. Honestly, I think maybe I'll just talk more about the strategy because
yeah.
Just being on the TEAMFAST, right? I think Kenny hit it on the nose when he said, when he branded that fast, right? Because one thing I realized in this business that you got to be fast, and you can't hesitate because somebody's going to take that deal from you. So my strategy is always now is to be fast, be quick, be aggressive, and get it, And yeah, this was from my SOI. This was my third offer in. And we finally got it on the third one. And yeah, it went good.
That's awesome, Albert. Thank you for sharing that strategy with us because we do have some newer agents, some agents that have been in this for a very long time. So thank you for sharing that strategy with us and yeah, always be fast about it, right? Yeah, nice job.
And if I could just add real quick, a lot of times what prevents us from being fast is being fearful. And for new agents, it's scary, because we don't really know I'm new. So we don't know too much, but, you just got to go and make mistakes and fail, and I guarantee you, once you fail that one time, you're not going to do it again. Right. So just get in there, get dirty, and it'll work out.
That's right. Oh man, I love that, Albert. Thank you so much for sharing that. You're absolutely right. Don't let that fear hold you back.
I want to know what's going on with Eric, Dewey, Peter, and Jen, because there's all kinds of fun. I feel like we're in high school right now. There's all kinds of fun going on behind the scenes. I appreciate you guys. Appreciate the laughter. Appreciate the smiles. Albert, man, I love the points. Good stuff, you guys. Let's continue cruising on. Back to you, Cynthia.
Awesome. Awesome. So in the category 770 to 990, we've got Omar and Eric, and I don't think I saw Omar on. So Eric and Pewee, if you guys could keep it PC and unmute yourselves, let's hear it.
Yeah, so this one was cool. So, hey, check this out. This one was off market, and I haven't really gotten into off market contract before. So it was pretty cool. I mean, we went and showed my client, and that day, freaking guy. That day I called up the listing agent. I was like, yo, my client loves this. Let's go right now. I got the offer at 10 p.m. and by 10 a.m. the next day, we had it ratified. So, this market's insane. You got to just go for it sometimes. And we did. And it's all about communication to who you know. It was actually through Angelica Tiang song over at KW. Kevin Bowie knows. I gotta do a shout out to Kevin Bowie. I was like, yo, Kevin, hit up your girl and tell her to take my offer now. And he did, and she did. So sick story. That's all I got.
So does Kevin get a referral fee out of this?
Hell nah. Let me reiterate that. Hell nah. No, thank you.
Right, cool. Awesome. Let's keep cruising. Back to you, Cynthia.
Okay, awesome. So we've got new escrows over $1 million. We've got Kevin. Kevin, you've been on the last 5 weeks. I swear, man, you are freaking killing it. We've got Adrian on here, Michael back on the board again on another one, Jen again on another one as well. Holy cow, that's a huge, huge transaction. Martin, congratulations to you. Adrian had 2 transactions this past week. Adrian, I saw you on here, man. I'd love to chat with you next. And then Tiana with her first ever fast transaction with a huge price point being that first transaction. So congratulations, y'all. Adrian, let's go to you, my dear. Go ahead and take yourself off mute. Tell us how you won this escrow. Who was it with? Give us a little bit more meat.
Yeah, for sure. So first of all, good morning, guys. One of them was actually a past client that I've helped, and I'll be selling their home shortly. And then another one was a past client referral. So the second one, the 1.2, that was pretty sweet. It was only the second place we wrote on, and the first one wasn't even really, it was just kind of a shot in the dark. So definitely excited about that. But the other one, it took about 8 offers. So it took some time. It's just staying on top of things. It's finding those creative opportunities, going in MLS and trying to find something that people have overlooked. Go look at the stuff that's been sitting for a while. And if it's a great house and maybe it just wasn't marketed properly, or the sellers were in there and so they didn't get the exposure that they needed, find a way to make that work for your clients and just, create some opportunities where there wasn't before. So something simple, same thing everyone else is doing, I'm sure.
I don't.
Sorry, go ahead, Cynthia.
I don't think everyone's doing that, Adrian. No. I think that it takes some experience, and it takes us sharing in this environment. So when you say that you were looking at the MLS for things that were maybe overlooked, can you drill into that a little bit more? Share with us what that looked like for you. How did you find these hidden gems?
Sure. So, I know the neighborhoods out in my area pretty well: Walnut Creek, Pleasant Hill, Concord, and I know what things should sell for. And so typically what I'll do is I'll go in maybe every few days, and then I'll have my list of clients. Like if I'm working with 5 people at the moment, I'll pull those 5 people up, and one by one I'll go in. And if they're looking in Concord, Pleasant Hill, I'll type in active, Concord and Pleasant Hill, and then I'll just change the category to ascending, so it shows days on market. So just means that if there's something that's been sitting for 100 days, then that starts at the top, and I just go down one by one. I'll go and review disclosures. I'll check out the house. I'll call the agent. I'll ask them if there's anything that I should be aware of, and if everything checks out on what I feel is a good opportunity, then I'll just get them out there, because at that point I know we don't have to go above ask. We don't have to compete with anyone else. We have some flexibility on negotiation and terms, and it just kind of expedites things. So that's been a big help for me in my career. That's one thing I've always done, is try and find the stuff that's just been sitting. And another thing I'll do is I'll go in and I'll categorize it by canceled. So withdrawn and canceled, and I'll go and call those agents on some stuff that's been canceled 6 months ago, and hey, are they still in the market? Are they still willing to sell? Because if they are, I got someone that'll take it today, and we can go and discuss what you think it's worth currently on the market, and let's work something out. And it's just it's a lot easier that way, because you're not having to look forward to a certain offer date. You're just working with someone else who obviously wants to get the place sold and get paid on it, and you want to get paid on your clients. So everybody has the same goal in mind. It just makes things a little more seamless to work out.
Absolutely.
I had a question for you, Adrian. So writing 8 offers for a client, when they're at the brink of defeat, how are you keeping them in the fight?
I tend to be pretty candid with all of my clients. I build very personal relationships, and I get on a friendly level, and I just tell them, hey, dude, suck it up. You're not the only one. Everybody does it. Get over it. And they laugh, they chuckle, because they know I'm being silly about it. But in all seriousness, I just tell them, look, it's a dogfight out there. It's going to suck. You're going to get throat punched. You're going to get gut punched. You're going to go through times where you want to give up. and you probably won't, I won't hear from you for maybe a few weeks because you need to get a breather, but you're going to come back to it because the ultimate goal is to get keys. At the end of the day, no matter what, you're not going to stop until you get keys. So with rates going up, with prices going up, we're going to get something. Let's go and find a bunch of places. Let's throw, let's put our best foot forward. Let's try for it. And if we don't get it, who cares? Go to the next one. We're going to find it. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. And I'm going to get you those keys. So either you're going to get tired of hearing from me, or we're going to get you some keys. And it's probably going to be the second one, because, I joke with them. I tell them I'm too good at what I do to lose. So we'll get you there.
Here's the thing. And I love this, because the one thing that a consumer's looking at, and we learned this when we were at our event this last week, and it's like the sense of safety. The fact that he's telling a client this early on that, hey, listen, this is going to be tough. This is going to suck. This is going to be a punch in the teeth. This is going to get a knock in the jaw, but I'm here for you. I'm going to keep pushing you. I'm pushing you. And my strategy based on history shows that I get you your keys. You're safe with me. I'll help you out. I'll pick you up. I'll give you some water. Like, that's coaching your agent. That's coaching your clients. And so you have to learn how to do that at an early stage and set the foundation. So when something comes up, it's not like, oh my God, you never told us about this. He preps and prepares his clients, and that's why he's winning and getting his offers accepted. So great stuff, great strategy. Love this, Adrian. And turn it back over to you, Cynthia.
Awesome. While the screen's moving, Adrian, I challenge you to make a video about how you won those offers, because that's not only going to give you more credibility with your clients, but other agents are looking at you and being like, I want to work with that guy. Look at him digging up jewels. So awesome, awesome, awesome. Let's go over to the next screen. And Elias, I'm going to turn it right back over to you.
Awesome. So you guys, right now for our pending volume, our actual average sales price is high. It's remained over 800 for the last 3 weeks in a row. So great job. You guys are getting to that higher price point. I remember at a time when we were showing slides, there'd be like $1 or $2 million plus deals, but you're seeing that as the standard, as the norm. So great job, you guys. There's our closed escrows right now. We did 22 escrows last week, and we did a pending volume of 18,245. If we look at that for the month and how we're trending, that's $72 million in pending volume for the month. So that is a really great trajectory to be able to get us closer and get us to where we need to go, which is obviously the $2 billion mark. So great job to you guys. Congratulations to each of you. And thank you for contributing to all this success. The next person, this is the story of the week. And we would definitely, we'd be missing out by not mentioning this person. Jen had her largest career transaction this week, 2.440. You guys saw that on the slides earlier. Jen has been our top producer 2 years in a row for total volume for the entire team. In this last week, she posted 3.160 in volume, and I know that she has other stuff in the pipe. She's an OG TEAMFAST member, and she is the epitome of the hashtag Mother Hustler. So Jen Oak, I want to turn it over to you to talk about these deals, and congratulations for making Story of the Week.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, I mean, Adrian basically said everything I was thinking. Yeah, so last week I was having a lot of FOMO because all of my team members are on that escrow train, and I literally wrote 9 offers and they all got rejected. I felt super defeated, but obviously I never showed my client that. And we just, we kept on going, and I got 10 and 11. So, but with these offers, thank you, Michael, for helping me with our team transaction. He's worked super hard with these clients. We wrote so the 721, we wrote a few offers. We kind of narrowed down an area that, that they were able to afford. So we just kind of focused on that, which was Hayward. So then they were focused on a certain community. Michael was on the phone calling all the people in the community, but then we came across this one, got him in there super quickly, wrote a preemptive, and we got him in a contract. Same thing with my 2.4. It's a past client. They've bought and sold with me a few times, but I think with this client, they're the type of clients that, very transparent. They kind of just go with whoever brings them the deal. And I refuse to let anyone else bring them the deal. So I was on top of them for the last 2 years, with every off market, anything that I knew they were interested in. Same with this one, 3 days on the market. We wrote a very competitive preemptive, built great rapport with the listing agents on both. And yeah, we had to be super aggressive in this market because I just got tired of losing.
I mean, incredible job, incredible job. So like, let's talk a little bit about strategy and preemptives. You know, I know that obviously this has been a winning strategy, but like, how do you go about that? What's the dialogue that you're having with your consumer? How much over asking price do they go? Like, tell us a little bit about like what that strategy is and what to write if they're going to even consider writing a preemptive offer. Because a lot of people don't know that strategy and what's behind that.
So with my preemptives, it's very specific towards every client. I'm not going to write a competitive preemptive for every client because not every client can do that. So I understand my clients, but obviously they trust me. They trust my judgment. They know that if we're going to be competitive, it has, in particular market, there has to be an X amount of percentage over asking, has to be obviously non-contingent, very compelling and enticing enough for a seller to take it off the market. And it's rare that I write a preemptive the first time. Obviously, I want to build trust with my clients. And I think it's like buyers, you have to kind of burn to learn. And after a few losses, a few closings that they see, I'm like, hey, I told you, like, this is what the market is. This is what the market is saying. I'm not trying to make a buck off of you. But if you want this particular community, you want this particular home, this is what we have to do. You have to pay to play. Obviously, if it makes sense for them.
Congratulations to you. Great strategy, great gems. Let's continue cruising on. Congrats to everybody that made the leaderboard this week. I'm going to turn it over to Kenny, because let me ask you guys a question, or just give me a reaction down below. Who is in need of a vacation in their life right about now? Yes, yes, double yes. So Kenny, if you would be so kind to grab the mic and talk to the team a little bit about where we are going in July.
We're going to CABO in July. We're still finalizing the details, so that we don't have the code or the room block rate yet, but we should be signing on the contract this week. We're going to Hard Rock CABO because it's more like they play music later into the night. Things don't shut down early, so that would be a good place for us to go hang out at. It's a work trip and a write-off because we will have 1 3-hour, 2-hour meeting for a Q2 review on the day after we get in, and that's it for the whole week. That's all the work, but it's a work trip, so it's a full write-off. And then from that, we have a cocktail hour, and we're just going to enjoy, have a good time out there. The top producers from last May, when we had our very first top producer dinner with the top 3 units and top 3 volume, are coming. And then a lot of people wasn't the top producer, but then someone else couldn't come, so they came. But you guys are still invited, and we'll take you guys. And then that should leave at least 40 plus rooms available for anyone else that wants to come. It's fairly inexpensive to come. Flights are about $700 if you go on Southwest or United and such. And then the rooms are about $2,000 each. The cool part about the rooms, and you can split them up to 3 people. So if you can either have your own room or you can have 2 other people and you share the cost. So love to have as many of you guys out there as possible. It's going to be a great and fun event. And it's mostly for us. We're not planning to invite a lot of people not on our team there. I think I might invite 2 people tops that I'm looking to attract to the company, but past that is really a company trip.
So we'll have some fun. We'll do our meeting, but we're going to take a different spin on it. We're going to do something that is centered around team building, whether it's a group activity, whether it's, come up with new strategy, whatever it is. We're going to do a cool team building event for our Q2. We might even have a special guest speaker speak at that event. So really, really excited. More details to follow. Like Kenny said, we are going to pay for your room if you are a top producer for units and volume, and you made it to a top producer dinner from the top producer.
And that's to stress that I think we only have like 45-ish rooms available at the room block rate. I don't know. I'm sure the hotel has more rooms at that. So there is going to be, if you guys want to be a part of the room block, you probably want to book early. Yeah, because it will sell out just because, we can hold up to 100-something people past that.
You guys, we are super, super pumped about this. I'm excited to get away and spend some time with you guys. So really, really excited about that. So more information to come in regards to that. Kenny and I just got back from a mastermind, and we love going to these sessions because we're always filling our cup and we're always learning. We're always trying to find new ways to come back with fresh content for you guys. A couple of things that stood out for me at this event. One of the things that we heard, they did a whole presentation on this, is that fame is the most efficient business model. And when I heard that, you guys have this opportunity because of IG, because of your ability to create content. Fame is the most efficient business model. And I'm glad that Cynthia said that to Adrian, because it all kind of connects, right? We talked about safety. If you are able to, on your IG page, be able to answer questions that sellers have, debunk myths, address questions that they are already thinking like, oh my God, I'm so nervous about this. But then I go on to Eric's page and he kind of answered all those questions and addressed it. What did he do? He created a sense of safety. That's why creating content allows you to build trust with consumers before they even get a call on you. My hope is that they already choose you because they saw tons of content that Zyra produced. There's tons of content that Ernesto produced. So it allows them to connect with you on a completely different level and answers the question is, do I feel safe with this person? Do I trust this person, right? And so that was a really, really powerful session. And the other thing is the whole event was called Play Bigger. Each of you guys are in this business because I think at some time in your career, you have thought bigger. You're probably thinking bigger right now. Well, she's like, I don't want people in this room that are just thinking about playing bigger. I want people that are in this room that are actually playing bigger. So we wanted to ask you guys the question. I want to light up this chat today. I want to ask you guys currently, not what you're going to do, but how are you currently playing bigger in real estate right now? Right now, you guys, I want you to load up the chat right now and answer this question. How are you playing bigger? I'm playing bigger because I'm putting on events. I'm playing bigger because I'm creating content every single day. I'm playing bigger because I'm prospecting at a bigger level than I ever have. I am playing bigger because I'm mentoring somebody from the local high school in my town. Like, tell me what it is that you're doing right now to play bigger in your business. And let me see some of these responses. Okay, cool. So let's go here. So Kenny says, to start this off, hosting 100 events this year, you guys. That's playing bigger on a completely different level. Video content, daily videos, more contribution than ever. Cynthia says, committing to the new boot camp I'm doing along with you. Creating events. Danielle says, I'm creating events and going to all open houses I can and documenting everything along the way. Huge. Jesus, an event every 3 days? Yes. we're playing bigger, big dog. We're playing bigger. Let's say this. Asking for business everywhere I go. Drop business cards off to Vietnamese restaurants and shops. All right, good stuff, you guys. What else? What are you doing right now, currently in your business to play bigger? Farming and mailing to get listings. Anything else, you guys? Let's hear this. Becoming known by my brand, the Real Estate Lady in Red, doing outside of the box events. Great job, great content, doing your sip and paint a couple weeks ago. Getting my brand going, getting involved in everything that TEAMFAST has to offer. Great job, Albert, love this. What else? Committing to stepping it up again on my social media. Let's see here, social media. Going to take Cynthia up on the challenge. I love this. It says here by Amanda, host local events and door knock and meet with neighbors with TEAMFAST members. Jen says, staying top of mind with my past clients and cold calling again. Wow, I love this. All right, do Cantonese videos. Man, I love this. V says, more partnerships, participating in networking events, plan community events, farming, door knocking, Frenchie meetups, introducing my business, et cetera, et cetera. Laugh out loud. I love this. George says, calling my SOI and starting conversations, coming into the office a lot more, using Follow Up Boss religiously, door knocking this week, using social media. You guys, there was a block. George didn't want to do anything on social media. He had this trepidation or fear or whatever it was. He has been so active on social and his business has absolutely taken off, you guys. It's really, really that simple. Anything else that you guys are doing to play bigger? Follow Up Boss, my favorite. Let's go. I'm going to share something with you guys that I am doing to play bigger. I am going to block out time on my calendar for simple implementation time. I go back-to-back appointments all day long, and I need to slow down to make sure that I have Einstein time, genius time, implementation time. So I'm actually going to slow down in order for me to play bigger so I can implement new things for us, for coaching, for my team, for the company. So slow down in order for me to play bigger. I literally just disabled my second IG. Let's give Nicole a giant round of applause for disabling her second IG. We're not going to get into that conversation. You guys know my take on it. All you need is one. You are who you are. Just rock the person that you are. There's no need to have two. It's too confusing. Well, I just put business on here. I just put business on our personal on there. It's way too confusing. Jen, what's the rubber band effect for the people that don't know? I don't know.
Basically kind of like minor setback for major comeback. So you just kind of, like you said, pull back in your business a little for a major comeback.
Love this. I love it. I love it. Never heard that term. I absolutely love it. Anything else that you guys want to share that you're doing bigger right now? Melody, I'm surprised you didn't put something in there, or did I miss it? Because you're hosting events, you're putting on panels. I didn't see anything on here. Maybe I missed it.
Yeah, so we did a really nice event for women in real estate and how to not be a social media, a secret agent on social media. It was with Christina Pineda, PK, Lauren McLean, Daniela Martinez. We all came together. It was a beautiful event. I'm going to be doing another event personally myself. I haven't decided if it's going to be at Industrious. If we're there, I can do it there. If we're at the new office, I might do it there. For Mother's Day. So I'm going to be inviting all of my clients as well as all of, the people that I work with in the industry. We tend to forget about, our title reps, our landscapers, our TCs, different people that are helping us install lockboxes and things like that. Just getting all the moms together that help me run my business and all of my clients that have given me business to give back to them. I'm working with a lot of local different spas to provide face masks, complimentary Botox consultations. We're going to be doing, I'm talking to my gym at Bay Club. They're going to be giving away gym bags and free one week trial memberships. So it's just going to be a way to give back to the moms in our community, as well as a lot of different fun events that I'm going to be doing this summer. I'll probably do a Father's Day event as well. Just a quick announcement. I think a lot of you guys thought that I wasn't on the team anymore just because you haven't seen my face for the last couple of months. I was actually going through some medical issues that were pretty serious, and I needed to take some time out. My doctor put me on bed rest for probably about 4 weeks. So I'm still on the team. I'm here. I've just been taking some time out for self-care. I miss you guys. I'm back in the Brentwood office today. I feel like my old self again, and it's just nice to be back. So thanks for everyone's support, and hope to see everyone soon.
We appreciate you. We love you, and we know that this is your home. We know you're not going anywhere. So let's turn it over to John to do a quick update in the conversation of playing bigger. We are going to play really, really big in Walnut Creek, and then we'll come to Gabrielle for a final wrap up.
Yeah, thanks, man. So a couple quick updates on the offices. Super proud that Hercules is, after months of saying Hercules was maybe a couple months out, it is legitimately just a couple of weeks out from being a usable space. Contractors are in there, next key is installed. So once the dirty work's done and we can get some furniture in there, you guys will be good to go. Internet's getting hooked up next week. So Hercules is coming soon, probably second week of May, should be usable space while we finish up the build out. And then in Walnut Creek, we've been talking about it for a while, but we finally got final approval from the master landlord to get the space at 1215 Main Street, but it's a really cool office. If you know the area, you know where the building is. Super easy to get to, right off the freeway, kind of back roadway up to 24, super accessible. So this office will be on Next Key. It won't be key cards or anything. It'll be on Next Key, like Washington and Brentwood and Stockton, like all our other retail offices. Parking right in front. There's going to be a bunch of space. It's a huge space. So we'll probably get in there kind of quick and dirty style just to have a space to work, and then start to build it out. Yeah, you can actually walk there from BART. Ernesto just put BART and Highway Friendly. You can legitimately walk there from Pleasant Hill BART. It's right on the Pleasant Hill border. accessible to Concord. It's a really good spot. So, you know, in the beginning, it's not going to be as pretty as our offices, but it's going to be a great location that's easy to get into. And that's, I think, what really matters at this point. So that being said, we're literally like Brian is packing up. I can't turn this monitor, but Brian is packing up the offices as we speak. There's only a few people this applies to, but if you have random personal stuff in Walnut Creek, come get it this week. If you have an industrious key card, let me know. We got to get that too. So we're shutting this place down. We'll probably have a couple weeks of a gap, go work at a coffee shop or something, or we'll work from home. And then we'll get Walnut Creek up and running for you as soon as possible. But that's pretty exciting. Thanks, Kenny, for making that happen.
Sacramento?
Yeah, Sacramento office is pretty much locked in next month too. Same thing. We got to get some furniture in there. That should be a pretty quick build out to get that up and running. So lots of stuff. Yeah,
that should be up and running within the first week of May. We're going to move furniture from the Gold River Sierra's office over there temporarily so we can shop for new furniture. But everything should be ready to go. This is the space. So we'll have this, Hercules, Walnut Creek, and I saw Isabella here earlier, but we're also opening up office in Irvine. So if you guys have any people in Orange County, LA that wants to partner up with us, we have a pretty dope office down there opening up next week.
And Kenny and I are going to be in Southern California the 13th through the 16th. So if you guys know any people that are thinking about joining the company or want to talk to us, want to go and tour the space with us, we're going to be down in Southern California, 13th through the 16th. So good stuff. Let me turn it over to Gabrielle. Gabrielle constantly playing bigger, creating amazing content for the company. Gabrielle, any final parting words from you?
Yeah, a few final parting words. So our next headshot day is coming up on Wednesday, May 3rd and Thursday, May 4th. So that's next week. I'll drop the booking link in the chat and I'll also drop it in Slack and it will also be in the newsletter. So as a reminder, if you missed last month's opportunity, we are doing this monthly. So there will be another chance. Also, please make every effort to come to your time slot. If you miss your time slot and are unable to find a replacement, you will be ineligible to take headshots the month after. And I think Patrick mentioned that there was only a 40% attendee rate last time. And so we want to just make sure that we don't take up slots if we aren't actually planning on coming. And if we can't make it, try and find a replacement. Tomorrow, we are having a Leaders in Real Estate event at the office. So it's Leaders in Real Estate Small Teams. It will be live streamed and I'll drop the live stream link in the chat. So we're going to have real estate leaders, Lauren Quach and Anthony Booker of Team Fit with Compass, Lauren McLean with the McLean team with eXp Realty, and Melody Hunt Green of Nova Real Estate with Side to talk about how to start and run a successful real estate team. So if you're in the office, we're going to have our agents stay in the main office sides to leave room for our panelists, guests, and attendees in the main event area. And we are live streaming it. So if you can't make it, you'll be able to catch that. And I'll drop the link in the chat and on Slack as well. New marketing assets. We are in the process of updating our marketing assets that our marketing support team creates for agents who request just solds, coming soons, all those things, open houses. And simultaneously, we are debuting a new process for requesting these marketing assets, which will require agents to submit their request using a form. So no more slacking the VAs, because as we grow as a team, we do have to start implementing structure and process to make sure things keep rolling smoothly as we continue to expand. So I'll drop all of these links in the chat, but if we miss it as we're closing out the meeting, I'll put them in Slack and in the newsletter as well. And that's it.
Gabrielle, thank you for all of your hard work, you guys. You know, when we think about content and creating content, you know, a couple of other takeaways from our session that we had was brand is the next currency and we do not grow in isolation, right? In order for us to truly grow and expand our reach on our consumers, you know, we have to be visible. And so don't try to build in isolation. You have tons of people around you to help you build, and don't be scared of just getting on camera, you guys. Tomorrow for group coaching, I want to make sure that I send the invite out there. We've had high attendance for group coaching. We're going to obviously talk about the market, the patterns, the shifts that are happening in the market, but I also want to have a conversation about upstream partners. And I want to help you think about this. Who are the people that are having conversations about real estate before they're having conversations with realtors? Who are they? The divorce attorneys, the builders. Like, there's tons of people out there that can be a possible upstream partner before that information even gets to a realtor. And guess what? You're the person that it's going to get sent to. So let's have a dialogue about this tomorrow, about upstream partners. Let's have a high-level conversation about the market, what's going on, nuances, patterns, and let's continue to grow together. So if there's nothing else, I appreciate you guys. Grateful for everything that you do. And if there's nothing else, I will see you guys soon. But thank you for being here. Thank you for participating. And thank you for all of your contributions. Have a wonderful, wonderful week, team.